Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of ㅁㅊㄴ, I'm gonna be reacting to MCND's recent album, MCND Age. But before we get into the reaction, I just want to quickly say, if you end up enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you go over to my Patreon and donate any amount of money in support of me. Because as much as I love doing these videos for fun and for you guys to enjoy for free and everything like that, I still have to support myself in some way. And right now, the only way I can make money off of these videos is if you guys decide to donate over on Patreon. Because these K-pop reactions get claimed by the companies, so any money that I could possibly make off of them would go to the companies and the groups. And even if I could make money off of that, I still don't have 1,000 subscribers, so I can't make money through AdSense and ads in general. So right now the best way to support me is by going over to Patreon. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to guilt trip you or force you to go over to Patreon. That is completely up to you whether you want to do it or not. But if you don't want to do it, I hope that at the very least you would like this video, subscribe to the channel, or maybe share this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. Because other than monetarily help, that is the best way to help me and help the channel and support me. But anyway, going back to the reaction, I'm really excited to check out the B-sides of this album because, as I said in my reaction to the title track, I feel like MCND has finally found their stride with the most recent comeback. And honestly, I do not have a comparison to make with these songs because I don't think I've listened to their B-sides before. I think I still have to react to the album that they came back with when they released Na Na Na. So I don't really have anything to compare them to say whether they've gotten better or not, but still I'm really excited to see whether I'm gonna like these B-sides or not, because their most recent comeback, Crush, yeah, like I said in my reaction to the title track, I really liked it. At first I was a little but it really grew on me, and I've been listening to it constantly ever since I reacted to it, so I really hope the B-sides are just as good as well. And yeah, I'm doing this reaction not only for myself because I enjoy them, or for you guys to enjoy this and see how I feel about them, but especially because of my good friend Yuri, who has been helping me out and is helping me out. And I owe it to him that he introduced me to this group when they were just debuting, so thank you for that. I really love them. I hope you're going to enjoy this reaction as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's start off this reaction with Louder in 3, 2, 1. Okay, good beginning. I'm already kind of liking it. Wait, does MCND stand for Music Creates New Dream? Okay, the B-side is so far definitely much more melodic. I kinda like it though. Okay, I'm definitely liking it, but I feel like it's still, there is a little bit of a room for improvement, but I'm gonna talk about it more after the reaction. And also, for those of you who don't know, I'm reacting, for B-sides, I'm only reacting once to a song unless I feel like reacting twice. Because otherwise I would have to sit here all day and reacting to songs. Yeah, there's parts of this song that I really like this part here, but I just love the way the song sounds. It sounds like this kind of summer song, or close to the end of the summer song, and I really like that. But there are some parts of the song that are a little weak. Okay, so for the first song, it's actually pretty solid, all things considered. Because yeah, there are some weaker parts of the song that are not quite as catchy or do not really carry the melody to the other parts, but I think it's still a really good song, and as a beginning of this album, it's solid. I already like the vibe it's going for, and if the rest of the songs kind of have a similar vibe, that would be great. And if it's even better, that would be amazing. But so far, yeah, I genuinely like it. The rapping is great. The singing surprises me how good it is, because in the title track they tend to focus on the rapping a lot, so it's interesting to see them sing more in the B-side. But honestly, it sounds really good. I feel like with a little bit of a touch-up for this song, it easily passes the title track for me. It's like, the best way I can compare this song to the title tracks is if you take ㅁㅊㄴㅷ's Wave and compare it to the rest of the title tracks. Because if you know ㅁㅊㄴㅷ's music, Wave was much more like a summery, very singing based song compared to their usual much more hard-hitting and rap heavy songs otherwise. So that's kind of the same thing, and if they released this during the summer, I would have probably been satisfied with it and very happy with it. But as I said, it does need a few touch-ups here and there, because it's not quite great. It's good, but it's not quite great. And it's not like it's completely terrible or anything, it's just those parts are not quite as catchy as the parts that I really like of the song. So yeah, I'm gonna give MCND's Louder an 8.4 out of 10. And yeah, I'm dropping the stupid at the very least and at the most kind of rating thing that I've been doing recently. I'm just gonna be giving my honest opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you like it, that's fine. I don't care. So yeah, this song, 8.4 out of 10. So far, we are off to a great start. You know what? I'm gonna give it an 8.3. I think 8.3 fits it better, because those parts are not... I have to acknowledge that those parts are not quite as catchy, but I feel like after a few more listens, it's probably gonna get even better. So yeah, like already I'm getting a very high quality vibe from these B-sides, so I'm really hopeful that there's gonna be a song that right off the bat I'm gonna be blown away by, and I'm gonna love it all through, and I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm really hoping that there is a song like that in these B-sides. So without further ado, let's move on to the next song of this video, that being KOOK. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a different sound from the last song. Okay, this one is more focused on the rapping. But still, this is so weird. This is still more focused on the rapping than the title track, but it still has this thing that other MCND songs doesn't have. I don't know what they changed with their production, but I like it. Yeah, I might have to listen to this one a second time, just because it's the kind of song that needs at least 2 listens to really be able to understand it. I do, right off the bat, like the more melodic parts of it though, so there's that. Okay, I'm really liking this bridge here. It's slow and very based on singing, but I really like it. Okay, it's definitely growing on me a lot. Okay, so this song was, I would say it's not quite as good as the first song, and I think the main reason why it's not as good for me is because I feel like they're doing the vocal-based stuff much better than the rapping. Like, no offense to them as rappers or anything like that, but for some reason their singing works for me better than their rapping does. I don't really know why, but that seems to be the case because the last song was more singing-based, and I liked it a lot. Their most recent comeback is a little more singing based than usual, and I like it more. And this song is very much rapping based like their last few title tracks, and I don't like it as much. While still maybe like it a little more, and I still feel like the thing that they've been missing until this point is there now, even in these kind of songs. I just don't like it. Still don't like it as much as the more vocal based stuff. Like, I don't know. I still kind of, by the end of it, it ended up growing on me a lot. So it's probably going to be a song that I've been listening to. Like, so far this album is going in a good direction, and if the rest of the songs are just as good as this, it's probably going to be one of the best albums of the year. So yeah, we'll see. But so far with this song, I like it. I kind of think that the singing based parts are the strongest part of the song for me. Like, the rapping is not bad, but for some reason the singing just works for me that much better. And even towards the end of the song, the rapping, like during the chorus, started growing on me, but it's still nowhere near that. But it's also not that much worse. So because of that, I'm going to give this song 7.7 out of 10, which it is a little bit lower, but it's not worse. Like, I consider 7, 8, 9 to be great and 10 to be amazing. So that's how the ratings are differentiated. But yeah, so far this album is going in a great direction. I really hope the rest of the songs are good. So without further ado, let's get into the next song, MCND Player, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this one is definitely starting very hard. Ooh, that sounds so good. Like, this is what I'm saying, the scene just resonates so much better with me. They definitely have a very original flow to their rapping, so that's an interesting thing. I do like their flow. I've definitely been able to recognize it at this point. It's very standout flow. I love Minjai's vocals. So good. His part of the song so far is my favorite by far. Like, I don't know whether it's their style that fits vocal-based songs more, or whether it's their voices in general fitting those kind of songs more, but like when they're singing, it sounds really good. And when they're rapping, it doesn't sound bad, but just the singing is that much better for me. Okay, so we're going even better with this one, I guess. This song feels like kind of like a combination of the last two. While the first one, as we saw, was more vocal based, while the second one was more rapping based, this one was kind of in the middle between those two. And even in terms of quality, it feels like that, for obvious reasons that I already explained. But yeah, I like it a lot actually. So far, I'm liking these songs a lot. But I can't say for sure whether it's going to be my favorite album of the year. It's definitely a good album. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't reacted to an album in a long time, but I can't exactly say whether it's going to be the best or not. Because so far, it's good. But I feel like it's not mind-blowing, and I feel like for a good album, like for what to be one of the best albums, it just needs to be mind-blowing. Like, in terms of quality, I would say it's at about same level compared to Everglow's Dun Dun album. I don't remember the name of that album. I think it was Reminiscence of or something. But that album and the B-sides were so good, and I've listened to them quite a lot, but in terms of quality, they weren't anything mind-blowing. They were just surprisingly good for B-sides. Like for B-sides, they had the same kind of quality that a title track usually has. And for these songs by MCND, it's kind of the same thing, you know? It feels like title tracks that just didn't get to be title tracks. Like the quality is surprisingly good. And yeah, in the second half of last year, I didn't really get to react to many of those kind of songs, like B-sides. So I can't say for sure whether these B-sides in the last few years have gotten better. Because from what I remember reacting to B-sides like in late 2019, just after I started my YouTube channel, I usually was blown away whenever a B-side was actually competent and sounded good like this. While now I feel like I'm expecting more and more and more from these B-sides. But yeah, I enjoy this song. I feel like both the rapping and the singing worked better than the last song. And maybe even the vibe was more appealing because it felt more similar to the first song. Because the second one felt like it was going maybe having some hip-hop influences. I don't know. But it's just, even the vibe of this song felt better than the last one. But still, that's not to say that the second song, KOOK, was bad. It's just so far my least favorite. But I'll still listen to it in my free time, just after I'm done with this album. So yeah, in terms of ratings, Player is going to go at 8.1 out of 10, which is pretty much in between the last two songs, but that's just genuinely how it feels. It feels like a combination of the last two songs. So yeah, let's get into the next song of this video, that being the outro, which I don't know what exactly the name of the song is because it has some symbols beside it that look, I mean, I'm not gonna say what they look like because it might be offensive to people from East Asia because I might confuse it with a different language, but let's just say, let's get into the outro in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this one has a trap beat to it. That's interesting. Okay, the rapping in this one I actually really like. Is the outro gonna be my favorite song of this album? Oh, that's a nice play of words. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool wordplay. If you didn't see what they were playing with, apparently Michi or something like that is in Korean means crazy, so they kind of call themselves crazy and play with their name, which in Korean I guess it's pronounced MCND. That's a smart wordplay, I like that. I can't believe I actually caught that. Okay, I really like this song. So far it's probably the best. Definitely the most interesting. This song is really good. And it's so short. Why are so many good songs so short? Man, this is probably my favorite outro ever that I've listened to. Because so many outros I don't even react to because they're just instrumentals. They're not even songs. But even the few songs, outros that I've reacted to, they're not really as good as this. Like, this is really good. Okay, so this one I did not expect to be my favorite song of the B-sides, but it is. The rapping worked the best, honestly, maybe even better than the title track. I can't say for sure because I feel like the title track could grow on me a little bit more, and it's just different styles that they're going for with the songs, so it's not really comparable. But I really like the rapping in this one. It right off the bat sounded very catchy. Like, it didn't have the problem where the other songs I would need maybe a few listens before it started getting catchy. With this one right off the bat, it sounded really catchy. And I think the trap beat really helped with that, but can't say for sure because I'm not a musician or anything like that. I'm just trying to make it up as I go along, if I can be honest. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I'm gonna give it personally an 8.6 out of 10. It was a really good song, and out of the B-side so far, I think this one is probably gonna get the most listen, because if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of rapping, and for MCND, I've been feeling like they're missing something with their songs in terms of the rapping, but I feel like this song has it, and it's really good rapping, and because of that I'll listen to it probably the most. I just really like it, and the trap beat definitely helps. So yeah, I guess now we can get into the last song of this video, that being MCND's Not Over. Why the hell do they have a song after the outro? I have no idea, but let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Man, so far every single song has had such a different vibe. Ooh, that's a cool beat. I like it. That's a sick beat. Honestly, this album probably should have been released during the summer. It feels like very much a summer album. This instrumental is good. I'm not even really paying attention to the rapping and singing, I'm just listening to the instrumental. Okay, the rapping in this one is catchy as well. So far, these last two songs are really good. Honestly, I think this song might be the overall best out of this album, because it feels the one that is most complete. Like, this genuinely could have been a title track. And this instrumental is so good. Okay, so I'm glad that we ended up with a pretty good bang of a song. Like, I really enjoyed this one, and you saw it even in my reaction. But it was a really fun and entertaining song. The instrumental is definitely the best part of the song, but the rapping and the singing are not bad as well. Like, in the last two songs like this one and outro, the rapping sounded so much more catchier than the previous three songs. Like, I don't know why that is the case, but it is. And in this one especially, I just love the warm feeling that it gives off. That's why I feel like this album should have been released during the summer. Like, so many of these songs feel like summertime songs. Like, I can't be the only one who feels like that, but yeah, I really like this one. And actually, I'm gonna change the rating of the first song, Louder, from 8.3 to what I was going to give it, aka 8.4, because I don't like songs in an album when I rate them to have the same score. And for this song, I'm genuinely gonna give it an 8.3 out of 10. It feels like an 8.3 out of 10. I just get a vibe of an 8.3 out of 10 from this song. And I like it. There's not much to say about any of these songs, so I'm sorry if you were expecting for me to break them down a little bit more, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun, it's entertaining, the rapping is great, and just the vibe of the song was just really cool. And it's kind of the opposite of what outro was, but I still like it, so that's a little bit weird for me. So yeah, this album pretty much ended up being exactly where I expected it to be in terms of how much I liked it. I expected to be very much satisfied, maybe a little bit blown away, but not too much, and that is pretty much where it ended up. As I said, in terms of quality, it's about the same as Everglow's Dun Dun album. I don't remember the name of it, but that's where I would put it in terms of quality. I would probably listen to these songs a lot, but not as much as the title track because I'm just a title track person, you know. But I really enjoyed reacting to these songs, and I hope you enjoyed as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also check out the list in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!